Hi guys, good morning here. We're live on the Yangtze River in central China. My name is Yang with Xinhua News Agency.
Hi everyone, we are glad you're watching. I am Wu Zhi with Xinhua News Agency.
Today is such a special occasion here as the Dragon Boat Festival is just in 2 days. We are here live in the county of Zigui, the hometown actually of the great poet Qu Yuan, who is all the reason that we have this festival.
Yes, this is the hometown of Qu Yuan, a great poet and politician who lived 2,300 years ago. And he is a great patriot. And that's the reason why we have the Dragon Boat Festival in China.
Well, the sunlight is very strong right now, and it's about 9 a.m. here in central China. We're about to join the Dragon Boat races, one of the most widespread activities that are conducted during the Dragon Boat Festival.
You know, in China, people celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival by making and eating zongs or sticky rice dumplings and racing dragon boats.
Well, now we're hearing some background voice that was from the organizers, who is actually informing everyone here. We're about to be ready for a rehearsal, actually, just ahead of the final competitions being held on the Dragon Boat Day.
Yes, and this is the place where we are is the county of Zigui in central China's Hubei province. Zigui is famous for being close, extremely close to the Three Gorges project, the world's largest hydroelectric project. It's also famous for being the hometown of Qu Yuan, the great poet and politician who lived 2,300 years ago, and he is said to be the origin of the Dragon Boat Festival.
Well, guys, I want you guys to see we are holding, both of them are holding a paddle. This is what we use to splash the water to go forward with our paddlers on the boat. This is a dragon boat. A lot of people might be very familiar with what dragon boat really is, right? And, you know, they're not only celebrated in China, in some southern Asian countries, a lot of local people there also celebrate this festival with dragon boat races. Even maybe in some other countries like the UK, the US, you know, from time to time, there will be such activities.
You know, the Dragon Boat Festival is celebrated in China not only as a festival, but also a public holiday. You know, today is the first day of the 3-day holiday, so people don't have to work.
Now we're almost ready here. Well, the music is on, guys. This is going to be a very energetic and colorful event here in Zigui. Well, we're going forward. No, this is the Yangtze River, guys, China's longest river. We're now in central China's Hubei province. Right now, it's the county of Zigui. We're at the riverside county here in central China. The waters you're seeing are the Yangtze River.
Yes, this is the Yangtze River, the mother river of China, and we are on the middle reaches of the river. The water area here is right behind the Three Gorges Dam. The water area here is wide and deep, so it's a perfect place for dragon boat races.
I'm trying to stay calm right now. This is my first time be sitting on a dragon boat and you know, splashing the water of the Yangtze River. At first it was a little scary, but now I hope I will doing okay. You have to use the paddle in a correct way.
Me too. This is the first time I'm paddling a dragon boat.
Are you nervous?
Well, at first I was a little bit nervous, but now I try to cut down.
So guys, I hope you will stay with us for this tour here. Feel free to comment with any questions if you have. This is the Yangtze River, China's longest river. We're now in central China as local people are enthusiastically celebrating the Dragon Boat Festival with dragon boat races.
We got onto the dragon boats from a riverside county of Zigui it is the hometown of Chu Yuan, who is a great poet and politician living 2,300 years ago. And that's the reason we have the Dragon Boat Festival today, and that's why we came here during the Dragon Boat Festival and doing this live program for you.
As we're speaking right now, you're hearing some background music, which is played usually during this occasion. People will read poems from the ancient poet, and also there are going to be a lot of recitals that are held for this occasion. So I hope you're hearing me clearly. Let me know if the audio has any problem. Let me know, guys. Feel free to comment anything you want to share with us regarding the festival. I know it's not only celebrated in China, but in a lot of neighboring countries also.
Our boat is going into the middle of the river, I think.
Yes, right now we're going kind of like circling around. This is just a ceremonial ritual ahead of the official competition.
Yes. You know, every year during the Dragon Boat Festival, local people in the county of Zigui celebrated the festival.
How deep the water is? Question for you.
We got a question from someone asking about the depth of the water here. Well, this is a very good question. You know, the water area is right behind the Three Gorges Dam, the world's largest hydroelectric project. And water here is very deep. How deep it is? It's more than 100 meters deep. More than 100 meters deep. Because, you know, the water level behind the Three Gorges Dam today is 150.7 meters deep above sea level. And that's why in many areas the maximum depth is nearly 150 meters deep.
Well, that was very well answered by Wu. But I want to just let you know, never let your hand off the paddle, okay?
Yes.
You have to be the synchronization is really important as we go forward with our paddlers on the boat. Very well, remember, over 100 meters deep. Here we are on the Yangtze River, guys. So stay tuned and feel free to talk to us. Any question you want to ask, go ahead.
Well, I was talking about the local celebrations in the county of Zigui during the Dragon Boat Festival. You know, local people celebrated the festival in many ways, including making and eating zongs, or the sticky rice dumpling, and racing dragon boats and holding commemorative ceremonies involving dragon boats circling around this area like this. And also, very young students in primary schools are taught to write their own poems.
Wow.
Because this is the hometown of a great poet and patriot.
So everybody here, I'm not maybe a little exaggerating, but everybody here has to know how to write poems and how to know how to race dragon boats and have to know how to really cook sticky rice dumplings.
Yes, that's why we often say in the county of Zigui there are professional paddlers of dragon boats. They are master cooks of the sticky rice dumplings, and there are also a great number of poets.
Young poets from elementary schools. Very fascinating to know that. So Zigui is just on the riverside of the Yangtze, and it's on the west end and the southern shore from the Three Gorges Dam. We have a drone flying above, actually, wondering. So maybe later you'll see the live image of the Three Gorges Dam, guys. Very stunning.
Well, Shan, do you think is it a tiring job paddling the dragon boat?
It's very tiring, and it's really very consuming. Also, it's a very skillful job to do. You know, as I said earlier, synchronicity has to be all the way through the race, which is very important. You know, normally there are about 22 people, right?
Yes, the crew of a standard dragon boat is typically 22, comprising 20 paddlers facing forward and a drummer at the bow of the boat and a steerer at the rear of the boat. And the drummer leads the paddlers.
Well, we have another question. Where is the headwaters of the Yangtze River, guys? I think my co-host, my colleague, knows the answer for you.
Well, the Yangtze River, China's longest river, starts in the Qinghai Plateau, and it flows into the ocean in Shanghai, East China's metropolis.
So does it go to the Pacific Ocean?
The China East Sea. Yes. The starting point of the Yangtze River is Qinghai.
Yes, it's a northwestern province in China. The headwaters lie at Qinghai province. So, and the water goes all the way through to the Pacific Ocean, ending at the Shanghai port, maybe.
Yes, and we are on the middle of the Yangtze River. Xiang, you see, is this our drone?
Our drone is flying right now, guys. I'm wondering if we can show the image right away. But I want you to stay with us, as this is such an energetic and colorful event.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm doing a good job right now.
Yes.
The water is being splashed by me.
I'm not good at paddling dragon boats.
I'm getting a lot of water into my boat right now. We have to be on the same pace, which is very, very important.
You know, I was talking about the skill of racing dragon boats. The drummer at the bow of the boat leads the paddlers all the way through the race, using rhythmic drum beats to indicate the frequency and synchronicity of all the paddlers' strokes. It's very important. So it's not an easy job paddling dragon boats.
Be careful right now. I want your left leg to be as close as possible to the gunnel.
Well, yes.
This is the correct way to sit here. And it's getting a little bit bumpy right now. Guys, where we are now, we're in central China. We are on the Yangtze River. Right now, the place is called the county of Zigui, hometown of a great poet named Qu Yuan, who is the reason that China has this Dragon Boat Festival. So in central China, guys, on the Yangtze River.
Yes, we are on the middle reaches of the Yangtze River, China's longest river, and we got onto the dragon boat in a riverside county of Zigui in central China's Hubei province. This is an inland province.
Right. You know, the Yangtze River runs through the province, and specifically here at Zigui, which is very close to the Three Gorges Dam, the world's largest hydroelectric project. And the county is really famous for its Dragon Boat Festival celebrations, including the Dragon Boat races and eating and making sticky rice dumplings, and also people reading and writing poems, because this is the hometown of a great poet named Qu Yuan, who lived over 3,300 years ago.
Yes, and I think Zigui is about maybe more than 1,500 kilometers away from Beijing.
Wow, you are so good at numbers. Say that again. Over 1,000.
I think, personally, I think Zigui is 1,500 kilometers away from Beijing.
Yeah, the capital city of China.
Yes, we are on the middle reaches of the Yangtze River, China's longest river, and we got onto the dragon boat in a riverside county of Zigui.
Wow, how many years we have this tradition of hosting dragon boat races to celebrate the festival? Probably
Thousands of years.
Yeah, thousands
I'm sure
of years.
thousands of years, but I'm not sure how many years exactly.
Me either.
Today we are talking about the origin of the Dragon Boat Festival. It's Quyuan who the festival commemorates today.
Yes.
And Quyuan lived 2,300 years ago.
So remember, he lived over 2,300 years ago, and then when he committed suicide by drowning himself in the central China River, local people raced out in fishing boats trying to retrieve his body. I think that's maybe one of the origins that we have this dragon boat race, because we wanted to use this activity to commemorate the great poet.
Well, Xiang, do you know why the great poet and politician Quyuan committed suicide by drowning himself in the central China River?
We learned some of his stories while we were in school. The textbooks recorded some of the stories of him, that he was a great poet, but also a patriotic statesman, and he was serving in high office of the Chu, which was in the Warring States period over 2,000 years ago. But he was slandered by corrupt officials, and then he was banished by the king.
Mm-hmm. And he spent exactly 18 years in exile.
Wow.
Because he was banished by the king. He was slandered by some corrupt and jealous officials.
Yes, there
and
might be.
And he spent much of his time collecting legends and writing poems.
Right. I just want to add one point here, and the opinions between him and the king were divided, and he was very depressed, and then upon learning that his state was conquered by a neighboring power, he committed suicide in despair and drowned himself in the central China River. Yes. And people were really sad to learn about his death, and they wanted to retrieve his body. But when they were not able to do that, and they throw balls of sticky rice dumplings into the river so that Chu's body won't be eaten by the fish.
And that's why Quyuan is remembered as a great poet, a great patriot, and he did great contributions to the Chinese classical poetry.
Yes, we learned, as a Chinese, we learned a lot of his poems and his literature works when we were in school, because that was written and taught on our textbooks. And there are still some quotes that I still remember.
What's the most famous one?
The most famous one is, "The journey is long and winding, but we should keep exploring." Now that's the translation version. In Chinese, it's 路漫漫，其修远兮。吾将上下而倾所.
Yes, exactly.
I know you're going to say.
You're so good.
I know you're going to say
so
exactly
good at poems.
Because that's ancient Chinese. China's literature is so rich with different types of literatures, and Qu is really marked as one of the great poets in ancient China.
And many of his poems expressed his deep concern about his state. The ancient state of Chu, which existed roughly 3,000 to 2,000 years ago in central China, in what is now Hubei province and Hunan province.
Great, and that is why local people in those two provinces. Now we're at the county of Zigui. Local people have this enthusiastic celebration each year because they wanted to remember this great poet, and this has become a tradition and also become a public activity that are favored by local people.
Yes, the Dragon Boat Festival is not only celebrated in China, but also observed unofficially by the Chinese communities overseas, especially in Southeast Asian countries, including Singapore and Malaysia.
Yeah, so if our viewers from Singapore and Malaysia are watching with us right now, you can tell us, what the celebrations are in your country, in your area. What's the difference between the activities you see and you're seeing right now in China?
And the most widespread activities conducted during the Dragon Boat Festival include making and eating zongs or sticky rice dumplings and racing dragon boats. And modern dragon boat racing is organized at an international level. And the dragon boat racing is among the fastest growing team water sports in the world, with millions of participants from a lot of clubs and associations from more than 100 countries.
As you were just talking about, this is a growing, with popularity, this water sport. Do you think you can be a good athlete in that sport?
Well, this is the first time I'm paddling a dragon boat. I'm trying, but after trying for a few minutes, I found it's not so easy. It's not an easy job, especially the sunlight is so strong, the temperature is so high. The maximum temperature is about 34 degrees today.
Yeah, it's very, the heat is strong and the sunlight is strong here.
Very hot.
But I want to say something, guys. My co-host, Mr. Wu, he is actually from Central China. He has been a correspondent covering local news for many, many years. That is why he is very familiar with local culture and how people are celebrating this Dragon Boat Festival. So I want you to know that if you have any question, feel free to, to let us know. Wu is just here, waiting for your questions and ready to answer you.
Okay, I'm waiting for your questions.
I look like you're so energetic today.
Oh, really?
As you were just talking to the camera, you're answering some of the questions posed by our viewers. I see multiple times your red hand is just off your paddle, which is kind of risky, okay?
Oh, really? Okay.
So make sure
I'll pay attention.
you have always hold tight your paddle and, to splash the water in the correct way, sit in the right position, straight out your legs, which are important. This is not a very wide boat. It's very narrow, even though it's very long.
Long and narrow.
Do you know how long it is?
I'm not sure. Maybe, but apparently the boat is more than 10 meters long.
Right. It's a long, narrow boat.
I don't know the exact length. In a few minutes, our boat will go into the middle of the river again.
We're going to see something different, very spectacular, because this is China's longest river, the Yangtze River. Right now you see the waters are quiet still, but it's really deep, and we're very close to Three Gorges Dam.
Yes, and the Three Gorges Dam is a major tourist attraction in one of the most popular tourist attractions in China. And the dam is only 1 or 2 kilometers downstream from here. I can see the dam very clearly.
Of course. Is it your favorite place?
One of them.
How many times have you been on the dam?
Well, I really don't remember how many times I came here, but this is the first time I'm paddling a dragon boat.
I can see that you're a newcomer to this sport, okay? And okay, I think in any minute we're going to be going forward with another round of paddling. So guys, any questions that you want to ask, feel free to do that, and also you can share this video to any of your friends who are interested in knowing the history, the culture of Dragon Boat Festival in China.
And in a few minutes, our boat will start going again. So please stay tuned and feel free to ask any questions. We'll try to answer them.
Because Wu is very confident in answering your questions. He is a local, okay? He is from Central China's Hubei province.
Yes, the hometown of Chuyuan.
Yes, one of the provinces that which is famous for celebrating Dragon Boat Festival. There are such large-scale competitions being held with, paddlers from all walks of life joining in and bringing this energetic event with a lot of local residents standing by the riverside, urging them rushing to the finish line. A very, very interesting scene to watch.
Shawn, look at our drone.
Yes, we're now looking at our drone. I hope you can see the pictures from our drone. So with multiple cameras today, a wide range of shots, we wanted to get you close to the dragon boat racing like never before. I'm just facing the sunlight here. I hope I won't get sunburned, but I used a little sun protection before we got onto the boat. But still, I'm feeling a strong sunlight right now.
Yes, be careful of the sunburns. Well, you know, in China, the Dragon Boat Festival is only 2 days away. It's the Dragon Boat Festival.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to know that some of our viewers have been following our shows. You know, a few weeks ago, I was on the Yellow River, China's Mother River, and I was wearing a pair of yellow shoes. And now I am on the Yangtze River. I'm wearing white shoes, guys. You may not be able to see that because we have to set the camera in a fixed position. But I'm very glad you're joining us here with me. And also today, I'm co-hosting a show with one of my favorite colleagues, Wu Zhi, because he is a local and he's very familiar with the local culture and how people are celebrating the Dragon Boat Festival. So today, together, we will bring you a fantastic event on the Yangtze River. So you have to stay tuned.
Yes, in China, the Dragon Boat Festival is only 2 days away. It's on the 5th day of the 5th month on the traditional Chinese calendar or the lunar calendar. And this year, the Dragon Boat Festival falls on May 30th.
Yes, today is 28th, so just 2 days away. And now I think it's, I don't have the watch with me, but it's in the morning between 9 to 10 a.m. here in central China. Wherever you are, join us and talk to us, and let's together feel the enthusiasm from the local people when they celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival.
Yes. And that's the reason why we came to Zigui. The county of Zigui is famous for being the hometown of a great poet, a great patriot, and a great politician named Xu Yuan, who lived 2,300 years ago.
Well, a lot of paddlers are wearing red-colored clothing.
Well,
so
I
first
think
of all, this is the life jacket, which is bright red. So you're seeing a lot of paddlers in red because you're wearing life jackets.
Because the reason why we are wearing life jackets, orange life jackets, is that the water here is very deep. It's more than 100 meters deep here, because the water area here is right behind the Three Gorges Dam, the world's largest hydroelectric project.
Well, you know, well, how can we tell the difference between different teams? We can ask our paddlers, right?
Yes. Let's have a try.
我们队和队之间是怎么区别的？有什么标志吗？统一的服装还是不同的旗子？ Okay, you know, the team clothing are in different colors, and also they have banners saying which company they're from, which team, the team name will be on the banner. So basically, they're wearing different clothes in different colors.
Yes.
So there might be a eye dotting ceremony or a dragon awakening ceremony in a few minutes. So guys, I want you to stay and to watch that, which is also very unique regarding the local culture of celebrating the Dragon Boat Festival.
The eye dotting ceremony is very important. It's actually a very important prelude to a dragon boat race.
I say that the eye dotting ceremony is set to bring blessing for the paddlers
Yes.
before they set sail on the river. And also respected people, distinguished guests will be chosen to be the one who dot
Very
the eyes of the
respected
dragon.
person. Yes, very respected people are selected to dot the eyes of the dragon boats. And as I told you, local people celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival by making and eating zongs and racing dragon boats. The paddlers are from local government agencies, local schools, local companies.
From all walks of life.
From all walks of life.
Yes.
And that's why we say there are a lot of professional paddlers, a lot of poems, a lot of master cooks of zongs or sticky rice dumplings in this very small county of Zigui, a riverside county on the middle reaches of the Yangtze River in central China's Hubei province.
Yes. Now I just want to ask, how long have they learned paddling before they can join the race? Let me ask.
Well, yes.
老师你好，您学这个划船学多久才来参加比赛的？10天就可以了。Good news, guys! Only 10 days. He
Well,
learned
yes.
this for 10 days before he can join a race
Well,
like this.
This guy right behind me spent only 10 days before today learning how to paddle a dragon boat.
So I think I'm getting more confident. Maybe later on.
He's not a professional, he's an amateur.
Be careful, okay? Right, we're not professional athletes for sure. It's just people who love the sport and who liked the celebration that will join the race. And they, took them only 10 days or maybe even longer for some people to learn the skill. And now they can be on the boat, knowing how to use the paddle and splash the waters, going forward. It's such a interesting sport, I think.
Yes, very interesting. Modern dragon boat racing is organized at an international level, and the dragon boat racing is among the fastest growing team water sports in the world, with millions of participants from more than 100 countries. Dragon Boat Festival is celebrated in China not only as a festival, but also as a public holiday. And today is the first day of a 3-day holiday. People don't have to work, and that's the reason why. And that's the reason why the stand is crowded with people from all walks of life.
It's really hot here, guys, because I don't want to get sunburned. I'm wearing long sleeves, but I can feel the heat wave. I can feel the strong sunlight. Do you know exactly what the temperature is for now?
Well, according to the local weather forecast, the maximum temperature today is 34 degrees.
34 degrees Celsius, right?
Yes, and this is the we are at the end of May, and it's just the beginning of summer.
Right.
And it's already 34 degrees. It's so hot.
Just to let you know, central China, especially in Hubei province, which is famous for being so hot in the summer and humid, a lot of moist. Okay, guys.
I think our boat is ready to go.
I'm feeling the bumpiness. Woohoo, we're about to...
Well, Shan,
Yes?
look at the mountains there. Look at the mountains.
Not
there.
in the mood to see the mountains. I think I'm feeling the bumpiness right now. Hi, guys.
Hi.
We have multiple cameras showing you the dragon boat race now. We're about to set sail.
We're leaving the bank again.
We are leaving the bank
We're ready
again.
to paddle the dragon boat again.
This is the paddle.
In a water area famous for being extremely close to the Three Gorges Dam.
Of course.
Yes.
Now
And
we're getting
what are
right.
you know anything about the Three Gorges?
Oh, I think you are purposely asking that question because you want to tell our viewers something about the Three Gorges Dam,
Yes,
right?
and
Go ahead.
we are very close to the Three Gorges Dam, and the Three Gorges are
Wow.
the Xilin Gorge, the Chutang Gorge, and the Wu Gorge. And this area belongs to the Xilin Gorge. the water area really looks like a lake,
right?
but actually it's not a lake. It's the east end of the Three Gorges Reservoir, which stretches 660 kilometers from the site of the Three Gorges Dam to the southwestern municipality of Chongqing.
Wow.
This is the east end of the Three Gorges Reservoir, which is 600 kilometers long. So this is a very special section on the middle reaches of the Yangtze River, China's longest river. We got onto the dragon boat from a riverside county of Zigui, which is the hometown of Qu Yuan, a great poet and politician who lived 2,300 years ago. And he's the reason why we have the Dragon Boat Festival today.
Right now, I feel a little bit wind and a little bit feels very comfortable right now because I feel the wind is not that hot as you get into the middle of the river. And make sure you have to always paddle, in a synchronized position with all the paddlers. The blade of the paddle has to be fully under the water as you reach forward and in rotation. The background voice that you're hearing are from the activity organizers who is playing some recitals that are commemorating the great poet. Right now we're circling around because this is a ceremonial ritual before the final competition,
Yes.
which is a way to remember him and to show people's respect for this great poet.
During the 3-day Dragon Boat festival holiday, people around China, and people in many provinces celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival by eating zongs or sticky rice dumpling and racing dragon boats. And pupils, very young students in primary schools in Hubei province, especially in this county of Zigui, are taught to write poems of their own. This is how a great patriot is remembered in China.
Do you know what you're saying right now from our loudspeakers?
Well, I think someone is singing a song in praise of and in memory of the great poet and patriot Qu Yuan.
The female voice that you're hearing right now is saying, our bigger brother Qu Yuan, please come back.
Yes, my brother, come back. The lyrics goes like this because, 2,300 years ago, after Qu Yuan committed suicide by drowning himself in the central China River, local people in his hometown were so sad, and especially his beloved sister. And she rushed out in her fishing boats to the middle of the river, singing songs in memory of his brother. She was shouting to the middle of the river, "My brother, come back, my brother." It's a very sad scene.
Right, it's really an emotional story. And the river that she committed suicide in is in central China's Hunan province, which is just to the south of the Hubei province. There are neighboring provinces in central China. So he committed suicide in that river. But here in Zigui, this is his hometown, who lived here over 2,000 years ago.
Yes.
So guys, any questions you want to know, anything you want to know in detail about the local celebration during the Dragon Boat Festival, please feel free to comment in the section, and we will try our best to answer your questions. We're going faster.
We're going faster. We're paddling harder.
Synchronicity is very important. We have to make sure we have that. Everything is in rhythm.
Can you hear the drum beat?
Yeah, I can hear the drum beats, which is done by the drummer at the bow of the boat. He is the pacer or the caller who organizes the paddlers when they go forward.
You know, the drum beat can be considered as the heartbeat of the dragon boat.
Ooh, you have to make sure you are in the same pace with all the paddlers, okay?
Oh, yes.
Ooh, we're getting faster.
I'm trying to listen to the drum beats. You know, the drummer is a very important role on a dragon boat. The drummer leads all the paddlers throughout a race.
So beautiful. And it's stunning that when you get to the middle of the Yangtze River, you watch around, surrounded by mountains with green plants. Such a breathtaking view here. And even though today is a little bit hot, the temperatures can go up to 34 degrees Celsius. Very strong sunlight, and it's getting to the noon time. But I feel like I'm blessed because it's such a beautiful scenery around.
Yes. The mountains and the river is so beautiful here.
We are in central China, guys, and in the county of Zigui. The county is famous for Dragon Boat Festival celebrations because this is the hometown of the great poet Qu Yuan, who is the reason that China has the Dragon Boat Festival.
Yes. During the Dragon Boat Festival, people eat zongs or sticky rice dumplings, race dragon boats, and writing poems of their own in praise of the happy life today. Celebrations are being held across China.
Yes.
And that's how a great patriot is remembered in China.
A lot of provinces, cities that will hold this activity of dragon boat racing. This is their way to remember the poet, and now it also become a tradition to celebrate the festival.
Shan, are you tired?
A little bit. I have to make sure I'm in pace with all the paddlers because synchronicity is important. But that's really energy consuming.
Yeah, sometimes I find it hard to follow the pace.
But you have to do so, right?
I think I need more exercise.
Now we're splashing the waters on the Yangtze River, guys. China's longest river.
2,300 years ago, Qu Yuan was a great poet and a minister serving high offices in the ancient state of Chu in China's Warring State period, 2,300 years ago. And divided in units. Paddlers are shouting. It's really hard to follow their pace. They're so fast.
Voice calls for them to get in pace.
Oh, our boat is going faster and faster.
I'm getting wet.
Divided in opinions, Qu Yuan was banished by the king. So he spent 18 years in exile, and finally he committed suicide after learning that his state was conquered by a neighboring power. And at that time, he drowned himself in a central China river in what is today Hunan province. Local people who admired him very much rushed on their boats trying to save him.
Sorry.
But when his body could not be found, people had to drop balls of sticky rice into the water so that the fish would not eat Qu Yuan's body.
Right.
And that's the origin of dragon boat racing and zongs, or sticky rice dumplings.
Every single time when the boat gets a little bit bumpy, I got scared. So I'm sorry for being not very professional on camera. But this is my first time, being on such a dragon boat on the Yangtze River. A very unique experience for me. And this Dragon Boat Festival is just 2 days away. Here we are at the Zigui. I think that's the best place to show you how people celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival. The best place, really.
You see, there are a lot of dragon boats here. The paddlers are from local government agencies, local schools, and local companies from all walks of life.
Right, from all walks of life. They have this enthusiasm for the celebration, and a lot of them are not professional athletes, but they just learn how to paddle and how to race dragon boats, and it's really interesting.
And some of them are not professional paddlers. The guy behind me spent only 10 days before today learning how to paddle a boat, the dragon boat. This is our cameraman.
Right, our crew. Oh my goodness. One of our cameramen is on
another boat.
Closing boat right now. I'm wondering if you guys can see us through that camera. Are we getting up? Oh my God.
No, the boats are coming together.
So today is going to be a celebration not only in central China, but also in eastern China's Jiangsu province. So when this show is done, you have to stay tuned because we have another dragon boat that has gotten underway with foreign invested companies as paddlers in eastern China's Jiangsu province. That will happen right after this one. So guys, stay tuned. You see all the paddlers are now getting off the boat, get to the bank, and a lot of cheering. It's just a part of this celebration here, a profusion of enthusiasm and great colors and voices from local people who are urging them rushing to the finish line. Such a unique scene here in central China, specifically in the Dragon Boat Festival.
This year, the Dragon Boat Festival falls on May the 30th, so it's only 2 days away. And that's why we came here to celebrate the Dragon Festival. This is the hometown of Qu Yuan, a great poet and patriot, and he's the reason why we have the Dragon Boat Festival today.
I just want to say thank you for our cameraman who is behind the camera right now. This is such a difficult way to show you guys because it can be very bumpy as we get to the middle of the river, but he has to fix the camera with a tripod, and we have a lot of live equipment on the boat too. So I hope you enjoyed our show. Today we had multiple cameras, a wide range of shots. We just wanted you to be close to the dragon boat race like never before.
Yes, and today we are in a riverside county named Zigui in central China's Hubei province in the middle reaches of the Yangtze River, China's longest river.
Earlier, some of our viewers just asked, and where are the headwaters of the Yangtze River? Actually, the headwaters lie in northwestern China's Qinghai province, and the water goes all the way through to Shanghai, and then it will be converged to the Pacific region, Pacific Ocean.
Yes, it's China East Sea.
Right.
During the Dragon Boat Festival, people across China celebrate the festival by making and eating zongs or sticky rice dumplings, racing dragon boats, and composing poems of their own. And that's how a great patriot is remembered in China today.
And you see, we're now surrounded by a lot of paddlers in this area. Today is just a preliminary, show before the final competition, which happens on the 30th, which is the day of the Dragon Boat Festival for this year. And I feel they cannot wait for the competition. You know, the contest is gonna be on in just 2 days. And local people really like this event. I'm still wondering, year after year, they have this annual celebration. They're still so passionate about it, and why?
In a word, that's how a great patriot is remembered in China.
Great, because we have to say the name Qu Yuan. We're about to end our live show here in Central China, guys. I'm so glad you joined our show, and you were just with us to have this fantastic tour here. So guys, stay tuned for another show which is going to be happening in eastern Jiangsu province.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.